Okay, so this is power form. Okay.
Hey you guys.
It took me. I think it took me a pretty good while between these analyses. Okay, so March. It took me a whole month to get this next one out.
Today,
That's
we're
crazy.
talking about the power form seen in the Kingdom Hearts 3 trailers.
I put one out each
We've
week.
seen this form associated with two Keyblade transformations so far. These are the Toy Story and Monsters Inc. Keyblades. I'm going to first analyze each transformation and then talk about power form as a whole afterwards. Let's start
Oh yeah,
with
I have this whole format. This is what helped me so much when getting these out. And like when I do videos now, it's actually based on the same format, I think. But whenever I like do a series or do a project, I like to have a format so I can like have the same thing each time. But anyways.
The first level of transformation for the Toy Story Keyblade is the Hyper Hammer. Right after Sora transforms, he attacks and then quick runs out of it. The attack seems to be a type of ground smash. We've actually seen this during the Jump Festa 2015 trailer.
I was actually right about that.
Sora jumps off the head of a Heartless and does a ground smash. This is just speculation, but you might be able to go from this ground smash to a normal ground combo. We see Sora dodge away, which we have seen him do on multiple occasions to cancel a combo. It might be a little frustrating though if you were trying to do aerial combos and accidentally trigger this ground smash. It'll be nice if they have like some kind of button, ability, or trigger to equip this or to use it alongside aerial combos.
What? Wait. I don't even understand what I was trying. Was I trying to say? I hope there's like you press square.
A trigger to equip this or to use it alongside aerial combos. Anyways, after Sora's quick run, we see him use fire. It is completely different than the fire Sora uses in his base form, and looks closer to his Kingdom Hearts 2 fire magic, except that it is much larger. He then dodge rolls away and starts a ground combo. The first attack of this combo looks similar to the ground smash, but the animation is a tad different.
Keeps going.
He does not do a flip in the first attack.
Oh lord, there's too much going on. I was very proud of this though. This took me a long time to actually get this
also the cracks in the ground
together.
Are much smaller.
Oh, look at those little hand. I like animated it to like
the ground smash.
Make it look like it bounced when it came down.
In the ground are much smaller. In the second attack, Sora spins the hammer, hitting enemies within reach multiple times. His third attack hits once behind him and then once in front of him before leading into his fourth attack, which is a dash attack forward.
Whoa. Chill out. This animation makes it look like there might be one more attack before the ground finisher.
The combo finisher shows
nope.
Sora making the hammer grow bigger before slamming it down into the ground. This finisher, and really the whole combo in general, has huge range, and this transformation seems like a good crowd control weapon. Most of the attacks seem either able to take out many Heartless, or at the very least push them back far enough so that there's not a threat of them hitting you. After this, Sora quick runs, casts another fire, and then quick runs again. I'm interested to see how the Firaza situation command will look with its transformation.
Hey,
I'm not sure if the power.
I was even thinking about it at that point. That's cool.
Commands.
And then I completely forgot to look into that when
change with the transformation. But
I was actually doing these breakdowns.
At the very end, we can see him start to do another ground combo before the scene changes to Sora transforming his Keyblade into Drill Punch. We see a little bit more of Hyper Hammer in the Monsters Inc. trailer as well. We see the spinning move and a smash which actually looks similar to the first attack of the combo.
Oh yeah, this is before we knew there was like situational attacks so that your attacks like change depending on what's around you.
It should have been two faster smashes, with one being behind it and one in front.
What if I talk about that?
It's strange to see the combo out of order compared to the Toy Story trailer. This could mean that combos are customizable, or maybe combo pluses have an effect on how your combos act.
No.
Anyways, we had talked a lot about
I didn't even think that it might like change depending on what's around you.
Sure, so let's move on to Drill Punch. Sora starts off right away attacking with Drill Punch. Sora punches the ground, emitting a whirlwind and hitting surrounding enemies. The whirlwind doesn't seem to pull anyone in though. It might be that enemies stuck inside the whirlwind are damaged more,
like, please slow
but
down.
We never see an enemy get caught in this attack. After the first attack, the trailer cuts to a quick drill attack followed up by a ground finisher. For the finisher, Sora dives under the ground and drills up, hitting enemies into the air. Also during this transformation, Sora is able to dive under the ground, which could mean that it takes the place of dodge roll and quick run.
Whoa. Look at that. That little like what is this part here? Like this little fence over here, like to the left, on the left side. That's not there in the original, like in the end game, is it?
It also might be possible to hit enemies when it comes out of the ground. Sora starts another combo after this and shows the second attack of the combo, which shows multiple drills coming out of the ground to attack the enemy. This attack has an amazing reach and seems pretty strong, taking out multiple Heartless. Sora then uses Arrow Magic, which produces a large ring of air that pushes enemies back, and also has a whirlwind similar to the one spawned from the first attack. This can be used to trigger Athletic Flow. When Sora is in Athletic Flow, it looks like his Keyblade reverts to the original form, but his command menu shows Drill Punch, and he is also still in power form. This could be a bug, or it could be how the game reacts to athletic flow when you are in a transformation.
Hey.
This is not something we will know though until the game comes out or we get more footage of athletic flow during transformations. It would be interesting though to have different types of athletic flow attacks with transformations. Moving on, Sora uses an aerial combo that is a simple drill rush, followed up with Sora making the drill grow bigger and rushing again.
Oh my god, that line, literally, like I still remember, that line took me forever to say.
It is a simple drill rush, followed up with Sora making the drill grow bigger and rushing again.
Could not say it right.
The last thing shown shows that Drill Punch has access to a finisher situation command, which transforms the drill into a claw, which Sora uses to grab onto the enemy and bash them against the ground and other enemies. And that is it for the Toy Story Keyblade. Let's move on to the Monsters Inc. one. There's not too much to see with this Keyblade transformation, but here's what I found. Quick Claws is the first transformation for the Monsters Inc. Keyblade. Sora starts with a dragging double swipe that shows off the form's range. Then he does a double slash in, then double slashes out. That finishes with Sora spinning with both claws outstretched, striking enemies as he dashes forward. This transformation's attacks are really fast and has a great amount of range. The spinning finisher seems to be another wide attack that pushes enemies away
that's not the finisher.
The transformation into twin yo-yos itself has a wide area of attack. This form also utilizes two weapons. We don't get to see much of the combo for this one, only seeing the yo-yos being thrown towards the enemy once.
Why did I use like Sora's theme for power form?
Before cutting away to the finisher situation command. Again, just like Drill Punch, the finisher seems to focus on one enemy, but can also do damage to surrounding enemies. And that is it for the Keyblade transformations. Now I want to talk about the power form itself. It's interesting that dodge roll, quick run, and high jump can all be used in this form. I'm not sure if growth abilities will be a mechanic that is tied to forms in this game, but if it is, it may be possible to use abilities between forms. It would be like gliding or high jumping while in Wisdom form in Kingdom Hearts 2. It also is interesting that both power form transformations that we've seen so far seem to be designed around dealing with mobs. Attacks linked to this form seem to affect a wide area and hit many enemies. Many of the attacks in power form that do not kill the Heartless.
Pretty positive that power form was like a mob dealing transformation. Or like a mob dealing form.
Them back. Both finisher situation commands focus on one target, but can still damage other enemies during the attack. If it's possible to damage enemies with a drill dodge, it might mean there are other transformations linked to power form that can do damage with movement as well. We've only had one screenshot.
Not directly linked with power form, but pretty good observation if I say so myself. Sorry, I'm talking over what I'm saying.
As well. We've only had one screenshot of his power form in his human form. I'm not exactly sure why they went with the camouflage pattern, maybe because camo is attributed with combat, but there are symbols in Kingdom Hearts 2 such as the symbol in Battle form or Master form that also don't really have a meaning associated with them, as far as I know. Anyways, that is all I
still have no idea. Like, I try to find meaning in it, but it's like so abstract.
For you guys today. If you enjoyed, why not subscribe or share this video? You can click on the video in the top left to see my analysis of second form, or click on the bottom left to watch me struggle through a level 1 critical playthrough of Kingdom Hearts 2. And I think that's it. I will see you in the next one.
That's not the right card. That's a... Okay, yeah. So this was... Let me see. May 26th, so... April... Oh, that was like a month and a half later, I guess. Almost 2 months later. So this was... I think this was from the premiere event. And we got to see some of the YouTubers play with... the different forms. It was so cool. It's like the first time I reached out to Sora Allen 1 because I knew he was going to be there, and he had like asked people to DM him questions about stuff, and I was like, yo, please try out the forms and transformations.
In this video, I wanted to update some of the forms I have covered so far. These are the second...
Look at that working together in the background. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but I used to always use this music.
And power forms. The Kingdom Hearts 3 premiere event gave many people the chance to finally get a hands-on look at the mechanics of the game, which shed some light on multiple forms and Keyblade transformations. The first form I want to talk about is the second form, which we saw previously in the orchestra trailer. Second form is similar to the limit form in Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh yeah, I always had this comment on my video, because I mentioned that this part here, you do a rising spiral, which you can't do anymore in second form. It like keeps you away from it. People are like, no, you can still use it in the game, and I'm like, did not say that right.
According to the limit form in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, and brings back abilities and attacks from previous titles. The first thing to note about the second form seen in the demo footage is that Sora still in his Kingdom Hearts 2 clothes. This means that it was not a bug when we saw it available in the Utada trailer.
I remember I did, sorry, I don't mean to keep like repeating or like keep pausing, but yeah, I remember doing like a huge live stream where like I pulled all of the footage that I could find from like different releases from like games, game news journalism sites, whatever you want to call it. And I like bullet pointed at like all the things that I had seen and did a long stream like pointing it all out.
During the premiere event, we got to look at the full combos in this form and confirm that Hurricane Blast is in fact an air combo finisher. We now know that we have Aero Finisher, Hurricane Blast, and Magnet Burst as air combo finishers while in second form. We also got to see the ground combo finishers for second form. These are modified forms of Explosion, Guard Break, and Ripple Drive. Speaking of finishers, the finish commands will immediately send you back to base form. Also, sometimes a cinematic during the form change doesn't trigger, which I believe might have something to do with the camera not being able to come in close because of an obstacle, like the leg of the Rock Titan. The only other thing I noticed with second form is that we can in fact use Magic Wall in this form. I think there was speculation about whether or not we were actually able to, and now we know for sure.
Was there?
It's also strange to see them still using the name second form.
You can see magic is usable in these like, you can see magic like is not grayed out while in second form here.
They could be planning to reveal this name when the game comes out officially though. Now let's move on to power form. In my previous video, I had talked about how I think that the Keyblade transformations associated with power form were probably best for crowd control. It seems that this is the case. The combo finishers are designed to hit many enemies and either clear a path to safety like we can see with the twin yo-yos combo finisher,
I love twin
or
yo-yos.
give you some breathing room by clearing out a wide area like the Hyper Hammer combo finisher. Even the normal attacks are designed to hit multiple enemies. The Agile Claws and Hyper Hammer transformations have a couple moves that hit multiple enemies. Drill Punch has ground punches that affect a wide area, and the Twin Yo-Yos transformation also has a couple wide range attacks. We've already talked about the finish commands in the previous video, but they also attack many enemies while doing a lot of damage to the target enemy. We've got to look at some more magic in this form as well.
This was
it
such a
seems
fun
like the first
time.
level transformations do the same type of AoE magic, and then change when you progress to the second level. Hyper Hammer and Agile Claws have the same AoE magic, while the Twin Yo-Yo seems to fire homing projectile attacks, and Drill Punch seems to fire off a single projectile attack. I could be wrong about Drill Punch though. We've only seen one magic attack for the D23 trailer, so I'm not 100% sure about this. If you have seen any magic attacks with Drill Punch that prove otherwise, let me know. Another thing that was confirmed was that we have movement modifiers. Back in the D23 trailer, we saw that Drill Punch possibly changed your dodge roll, and I wondered if this would be a thing with power form transformations. We then saw us confirm with the Agile Claws dodge that there's a claw slash as you dodge. We saw our dodge get changed with a magic form transformation as well. So movement modifiers might just be something that happens with transformations regardless of which form you're in.
How did I not see that like special like double flight animation with Mirage Staff right here?
Might just be something that happens with transformations regardless of which form you're in.
Whatever.
Max Shotlux also transforms Sora's weapon to the highest transformation it can go and changes Sora into the form associated with that Keyblade. For example, with Smile Gear, Sora will transform his Keyblade into Twin Yo-Yos and go into Power Form, and with Ever After, he will transform his Keyblade into Mirage Staff and go into Magic Form. This also probably means the
Was this the first time that we saw the Shotlock mechanic?
Shotlock associated with the Kingdom Key will turn Sora's Kingdom Hearts 3 clothes into a second form variant when used. And I think that is all. If you notice something about Power Form or Second Form that I missed, let me know in the comments below or through Discord or Twitter. I'm trying to be more active over on Twitter, so be sure to follow me over there. If you enjoyed, why not share this video and subscribe? I guess the bell is important, so if you really want to make sure you see my videos, then you can hit that. Anyways, I'll see you in the next video.
Nope. I mean, I'm a little bit more active, but not really. It's so bad. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see other reactions, click the card in the top left. If you want to see other pre-release breakdowns, click the card in the bottom left. And click the card in the bottom right if you want to see actual breakdowns after the game came out. See you in the next one.